In a speech to the US Congress, President Zelensky claimed that Ukraine is being subjected to tragedies like the 9/11 attacks every day. Nevertheless, he said Ukraine has been engaged in a decisive, desperate battle against Russia. Today, on March 20th, another Russian general died. He was deputy commander of the Black Sea Fleet. More than 10,000 Russian soldiers have died until now. It seems that Putin will not back down despite being pushed into a corner like this, because if he steps back, his leadership in Russia will be weakened, Putin's political position will be shaken, and above all, his pride as a national leader will deteriorate. Two conditions Putin wants are for the Donbas region to be recognized as an independent pro-Russian republic. The other is for Ukraine not to join NATO, and Ukraine is demanding the return of Donbas and Crimea. Ukraine President Zelensky could also negotiate with Putin, but he also made a pessimistic view that if the negotiation broke down, it could lead to World War III. At the same time, Zelensky sternly criticized Putin, saying he would strongly resist to the end and that he would not accept Ukraine in any form by force. However, Putin said he could not tolerate Ukraine joining NATO and could not give up making the Donbas region an independent pro-Russian state. Ukraine cannot give up Donbas, and even if Ukraine becomes a neutral country, several Western countries should be guaranteed security. A Korean media outlet, Central Daily News, interviewed Petrov, a former advisor to the president of Ukraine. Petrov said he had several encounters with Putin. He said that Putin is completely different from what he used to be. He said Putin had turned into a state where it was difficult to predict what he would do. Before that, he thought Putin was a reasonable person, but when Crimea was annexed, even the United States and the West opposed it in 2014. But Putin forced it and succeeded. He said that since then, Putin has changed. After that, he said that Putin had a lot of confidence and that he had gone too far and he made a mistake. At that time, he said, as he succeeded in annexing Crimea, he would have had the confidence to take over Europe. He said that Russia belonged to him and that he was obsessed with the ambition to reclaim the territories of the former Soviet Union in order to expand the territory. Putin's annexation of Crimea in 2014 could not be stopped by Western countries' weak sanctions, so this time Putin invaded again, and the West, including the United States, imposed the hardest economic sanctions in history. Still, Putin's character will not allow him to retreat. Severe bombardments are applied every day. 6 Russian generals have been killed, and both sides have suffered a lot of casualties, but neither side shows any signs of backing down. Although the US has not directly intervened, it is helping Zelensky from the rear with military equipment, relief supplies, and funds. The wills of Zelensky and Putin are very strong, but it seems impossible for Putin to occupy Ukraine in a short period of time, considering the current situation. Unlike in the annexation of Crimea, the world condemns Putin and has imposed various sanctions against Russia. As a result, Putin will no longer be able to sustain himself economically and diplomatically, but as he is Putin, he cannot back down from the current situation. All dictators are stubborn. In this situation, we hope that any individual or group within Russia will come up with a way to get rid of Putin. Currently, they say there are some signs of this happening as well. It will be possible if the argument that Putin's reckless invasion has put Russia in trouble is convincing. For example, if public opinion forms that Putin started the war without justification and has put the Russian people in trouble. Putin sent young soldiers to the battlefield, killing a huge number, driving the economy to default, and freezing the sports and cultural sectors. In this way, dissatisfaction is rising in the upper classes of Russia, and with these dissatisfactions, some general could make a strong claim that Putin is ruining Russia. If such a general gets rid of Putin and stages a coup, arrests Putin, and puts him in jail, that general could become a hero in Russia and the world in a single stroke. Then this terrible world will come to an end, world peace will come, stability will be restored, and such generals will receive active support from the United States and European countries. It's not Xi Jinping nor the United States who can stop Putin, but only elite military generals within Russia. Usually a hero appears in troubled time. Hopefully a hero will appear soon so that there will be no more casualties and damages in Russia and Ukraine. And I hope world peace will come as soon as possible.